Good morning, folks. On top of the box here today, a very slight tool haul here. Nothing real fancy. Got those from the parts store. There's a, while we're at it, 1/2 inch drive, 12-point, 18mm. I was very unsure. I wasn't sure if it was a 16, 17, or an 18. So I grabbed the only two available, which they are Tech Pro. The only two, they were discounted on the end of the shelf, I guess. $7.99, $6.99. No big deal. I needed them, so I was going to spend the money, but this one was hanging out there too. And I just did a job where I needed to borrow one of these from Grandpa right next door. Was $14.99, it says, previously. But behind this and on the shelf, the wife said, it was listed for $24.99. So they must have discounted it at $10 and couldn't sell it. So they discounted it again for $2.95. But I believe that's because somebody probably called in and borrowed this from the store. Nothing's damaged, but it does appear that there was maybe a one-time usage on this. Anywho, for $2.95, yeah, I'll take a 2 5/8 6-point wheel nut socket. They only had a deep 17, but that's the one we need. 16 won't fit. I checked with my spline drives. 17, of course, all sockets will have a little wiggle jiggle. And like I said, wasn't sure, so I got the 18 as well, and that does come in use for some BMW bolts and Volkswagen stuff. We're going to bust that in today. It says not to, but it's going on the big boy, and that'll be that. So for now, that was the other day's tool haul. Just 3 sockets. This I got along with the old stuff you'll see in a minute. So a bunch of little sockets, some nut drivers, more nut driver stuff. Those look like there's some sort of self-tapering type of screw. Oh, DeWalt. It's not bad. One. Irwin. Okay, that's cool. It has the magnet intact there. So does the DeWalt. That's cool. Here we got a Apex. I've heard of that brand. I don't believe I've ever personally used them. Magnet in there. So there's 3 different kinds right there. That's kind of cool. Okay, with a quick glance, there is absolutely no name. Just some owner's markings, I'd imagine, on this one. No name anywhere. Looks like it'll be another no name. Here's a longer one. This one's much longer. And again, this one appears it'll have no name as well. So we got a Apex, a DeWalt, and an Irwin. That's pretty cool. They're worth a couple bucks. Yeah. Call them $1 each, and that's already a win. Stay tuned for the end of the video and let me know what you guys comment below. Comment, blow it up. Let me know what you think we paid for all this. And check out the sockets here in a minute. You already seen those few sockets. That was a bit of a steal, I'd say. Especially when you run into a job where you need something. You don't have it, and it's found for a decent price. There is a DeWalt 1/4 inch driver. Magnetic tip, intact. Yeah, we're gonna go again with the no name. Oh, I go down there with the Chinese junk. Even though pretty much most of it is, but whatever. Again with the no name. So, just a bunch of bits. I already looked at these. They're all new old stock T20s. They don't look like they were ever used, so just leave them in there. This was a T40. Good brake caliper rotor set screw. There's a used and slightly twisted driver. We'll just go ahead and throw that away then. 1/4-inch nut driver. There's a bunch of these in here. It's called Mastercraft Taiwan. There's a 7. Here is a 4mm flat tip, I guess. 1/4-inch drive, I don't know. That's weird. And this little 3/16 1/4-inch driver. A 1/4-inch driver. 4.5 Taiwan 1/4-inch driver. And then here we got another Mastercraft at 9/32. 3/16. That's a no name. There's that 1/4-inch. Yeah, 1/4-inch driver, or Allen hex driver, whatever you want to call it. No name 5/16. No name. Oh nope, that's Mastercraft 3/16. Another Mastercraft that is a 7/32. So there's a part of a set right there with them couple things. And a bunch of off-the-wall no-namers. So we'll get everything organized here once and get back with you. So here it is. We got a bunch of bit drivers. A very incomplete socket set. Little hex driver and flat tip driver. Couple miscellaneous no-name sockets. I noticed we didn't go over these. It's just a 1/4-inch no-name rusted to heck and back. And I believe this would be your typical 5/16. It says Taiwan, that's all you can make out. And then some random little screw set things for a bit driver. A couple name brand like Irwin, Apex, DeWalt, magnetic attachments, I guess, bit attachments. And then just a whole bunch of no-name bit attachments with one long one in there. And that was it for that. Sorry about that, that was wild. Let's check out the sockets next, guys. Stay tuned once again. Alrighty, folks, coming at you from my very small, crudted up, clustered bench, but small tool haul. So let's stay tuned and we'll move to the big box with everything. Just a handful of sockets and a couple grimy extras here. Nothing real important, but here we are, guys. You see it. So we have not that I was expecting much, but a no-name, just like lockable. Needs a little work right now. It is very rusted, but it's moving a little. Coming up just a wee bit when you pull on it. Yeah. Well, I just grabbed that for the tractor, so here nor there. This I had just spontaneously cleaned up a little. Let me know if you guys know what this is. I believe there is an L right there before the C. L. Crowley? I don't know. Just some sort of really big, heavy-duty chisel. Really beat on. Really been through the ringer. But seems to have held up over time. I don't know that it was ever ground down much, if at all. But Just seems like a really beefy chisel, so I kept that as well. This is like a new, I guess, Craftsman. I can't say old stock, but just a newer Craftsman screwdriver that is most definitely seen better days. You see the handle, it is just nasty. Just feeling this screwdriver is all stuff from the back of a scrap car here. This looks like it was rolling around in the dirt. Would probably clean up pretty decent. Looks like it's a 41 to 51. And maybe there's a T there. And then PR. Craftsman. 1/4 inch. Made USA. It's actually in some decent shape. Could just be, can use a little cleaning here. The tip is, I believe it's all there. It looks like it was used pretty heavily, but I believe it is all there. In the camera, that corner looks snapped off there, but that is just the dirt. Yeah. Worth a couple bucks there. $2 or $3 between them. This is a no-name, I guess, nut driver or 1/4 inch driver handle that this here is all rusted on. I haven't got it off yet. That'll be for a later day. Rainy day fun, you know. I think it just says 1/4 inch. But anywho, that's it for them things. We have, looks like an old Craftsman. Let me see. Huh. Looks like it's an indestro. Indestro 13/16, made in USA. Spark plug socket. That's cool. Sorry about the long pause. The door just randomly came open. Now we have a Craftsman. Okay. Craftsman 5/8, made in USA. Looks like it's a double E series. I don't think that's too old. Let me know in the comments below what that double E series date timestamp is on there. You see it. You guys that are more into Craftsman will know a little better than me. Same way with this here indestro. Focus. There we go. Let me know if you know a date stamp or time on that. Looks like it's been used, maybe, I don't know. Next up, we have CR Vanadium 1 inch, Japan. Definitely a older used socket. Maybe it'll work good for the press. What do we have here? No name? Or is it just too beat up to tell? So I've looked around. I do not see a name anywhere with a brief looking. Somebody very possibly could have ground down the edge there to make it fit better somewhere. There is no name, no size, nothing. So I don't know, maybe we can find something once we clean it up, hit it with the parts cleaner and put it through the parts washer. It looks like there may be something in there, but it's hard to tell. If you recognize what this could be, let me know in the comments below. This one wasn't a very old socket, just your typical 3/4 inch great neck, 6-point, 1/2 inch drive, which other than the spark plug sockets, I believe everything else was 1/2 inch drive. Except this Taiwanese 13/16 crow's foot. That was 3/8 as well. Then I believe it was just another great neck, 5/8, 6-point. Not really going to be used for much. Here we have a nice old Craftsman. What is this? Let me look here once. So I'm just coming up with a G-28. G as in Gordon Ramsay. -28. This is a Craftsman 7/8 12 point. So I don't know if the G gives away the date timestamp or whatever, but if you know, let me know in the comments below. That there looks really similar to this one that we couldn't find anything on, except those aren't lines, they're just more so little like indentations. Maybe it's really close, just different years, I don't know. Let me know below, guys. And they were both 12 point, by the way. Next up is this, just an old Stanley. Looks like it's a 13mm 12 point. Yeah, 13mm 12 point. I guess we could use that. Let me briefly check this over. So all I found is 1236-D-1-1 1/8 inch, 1/2 inch drive, 12 point socket. Very similar and close again to this old Craftsman. Similar and close, but not alike. So if you know what that one is, let me know in the comments below. It's a really nice, solid 12 point. This is like back when America was America. That is a hefty socket, guys. I'd almost guess it's like World War era times. Let me know in the comments. That's cool. And then last but not least is this really old looking chrome made in USA. I guess that's a NR 1 1/16. Again, it is close to the off-brand over there and that no-namer there. It is a shallow 12 point. Once again, this one has been used heavily, as you see there, but I'm guessing that's the oldest one we got in this tool haul. Let me know in the comments below, guys. They're really cool. We're going to set them out here once and check them all out. So there it is, guys. We'll roll in here a little closer. Chrome vanadium or whatever USA socket, that really old one. Not chrome vanadium, but chrome NR. It's a new name. Very old Craftsman. That one is like the Craftsman, but no name, no size stamping, nothing. There's the CR vanadium. A pair of great neck sockets, a Stanley, an old Indestro, and an old Craftsman spark plug socket with what appears to be a newer old stock Craftsman 1/4 inch flathead, and this is like a 5/32. I don't know, this is a smaller one. No stamping on there, but we'll take it. No name. That's for the tractor, and that's just for the bench. I'm not sure what we'll do with this. Maybe we'll weld something to it, but that should work good on trucks and the equipment on smaller hydro lines. So that's it for my recent tool haul, folks. Until the next one, stay tuned, like and subscribe for more. Real Tech Matt out.